Hi, folks. I hope you can hear me. Um, Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Oh gosh. Um, can hear me? Sorry for that. If you can hear that terrible sound, I am so sorry. I have to fix that. Oh my god, it's really going off. Okay, so let's just start this game so it cannot act strange. Okay. Oh god, it's still acting weird. There we go. Terrible sound is. Isn't that spectacular? Spectacular. Okay. Uh, it's hopefully y'all can hear it so I don't cry. Hopefully y'all can hear it so I don't cry. Let's just wow. Yeah, whatever. Cool. Your turn. Okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. We're not here for that. We're not here. We're here for the gameplay. If y'all couldn't tell. Oh my god, I'm about to cry. Hopefully I cannot hear that. Okay, let's get this. Okay, I wonder what we should look like. Oh, I'm so excited. Ah! Okay, let me calm down. Hmm. Shape. We should be fat. Kind of cute. Peach. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Tan. Yes, yes. Let's see. I'm not trying to make us look weird, guys. I'm not trying to make us look weird. You know, that was nice actually. Oh, that's kind of cute actually. Ooh, I think he kind of did something. That kind of does like me a little bit. Ah, oh god, I'm kind of scared. I just realized. Oh yeah, her name. Oh yeah, that's cool. Okay. I'm just gonna put my name. I mean my fake name. let's do let's do Kim. Yeah. See, birthmark no. Okay, freckles. Heck no. Hand size chubby. No glasses. It's weird. I'm kind of liking. Wispy. No. 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 Oh, dresses, skirts, just put things, bracelet, necklaces. Heck. Are you serious? Whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess we're done. Yay, we're done. Let's get my narration. Okay. Let's get this. Okay. Summer in Sunset Burt was a special time of the year. Your usual sleepy town began to bustle. We're saying, guys. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming from all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and then the relaxation that became with both. The smell of the oceans, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing the 3 whole months of school-less vacation with it. During the summer, your moms didn't like you to wander too far outside of your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunbird. They mostly stayed and did what your mom called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved them passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved, or asked how your family was, or most often, just said hello. You didn't want to get. You know, this is so me. Let's be for real, guys. Let's be for real. It was a the polite thing to do after all. And your moms had taught you to always be respectful. Period. For sure. But today there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body lumped over, and you wonder if he was even a real person or just a statue that had magically sprung up from the ground overnight. Whatever he was, you had never seen him before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the resident district, as your mom calls it. So, for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your mom had a talk with you and your big sister Lizzie about this kind of situation before. This. You aren't sure about this man yet. Yeah, let's be for real, guys. Let's be for real. You slowed down, your mind racing for ideas how to get past him, unseen, but it was too late to escape. There was a split second where your eyes met, and you took in a shaky breath, your eyes darting to the sky, pretending to stare at a bird who was hovering nearby. Hey! His voice startled you and made you jump, but you still didn't look at him. The bird landed on top of a nearby gatepost, and its black feathers ruffled against the gentle breeze. Trying to keep your eyes on it was tough, especially when the man stood up and started to make his way towards you. I cannot read. Plah, plah. Yeah, okay. Why would you want to do that? That's such a YN move. No. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay? Let's just say yeah. Not the voice acting. Oh my god, I'm so ready for this. The voice acting, yes. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay. You live around here? What's your name? You looked at the man up and down, expecting his talking in his tan skin relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting wasn't. Girl, what? I don't understand my character at all right now. She's acting real suspicious herself at this point. I'm not liking my character already. Oh god. Oh man. Oh no. Bad this happened. Oh gosh. Hold on. Reopen the game. We had missed difficulties. I hope y'all can still hear me. Yay! Oh my god! I was talking. Look at this. Oh, I hate this so bad. I'm gonna cry. Oh my god! This is all your fault. Cause you decided that you wanted to fall, and at the wrong time too. At the wrong time. Things just decide when they want to fall, when they really shouldn't. Give me a second, y'all. Try to boot it back up. This might take like 3 years, honestly. Come on, please don't be crazy. Excuse me. Finally, it's back. Thanks for waiting patiently. We're about to get back to our promise. Oh, it make me. Oh my god, why if it makes me all over again? No. That's why if it makes me do it all over, I'm gonna freaking cry. I'm really about to cry. Please don't make me do it over. I will literally die. Like, literally die. Okay. Go back to this. It's making me do it all over. No. No, it's over again. I think it was like Hair was like there we and her name was so like they can literally say your name from this. I feel like that could. I feel like some games could have that though. She wears pants. Short course. Okay, it should be done. We already seen this. We already seen this. We already seen this. We said this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we did say that. Okay, there we go. We're back. Do you live around here? What's your name? You looked the man up and down, taking in his tanned skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting. He had shark on his shorts and a stingray tattoo, and you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. While you made your assessments, he looked at you expectantly waiting for an answer. For you to answer his question. Yeah, I live here. He looked happy to hear it, giving you a bored smile. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you looked back at him. Well, could you do me a favor? Nothing bad, sorry. I should have let me start over. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it just made him look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove. Who's about your age? Cove? It seems a little strange name for an actual living person to you. You chewed on the side of your cheek. This guy was definitely obsessed with water. Thought that was pretty cool. All these are stupid. Yeah, we thought that was pretty cool. Cove is a cute name. You never met anyone with that name. Who we moved across the street. He gestured towards the house that had been empty for a year. He watched his watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. You must be Carrington Kim, right? I met your moms earlier. They told me you were 8, just like him. So you took the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention. A hopeful smile tilting on his lips at the corners. Can you try to be friends with the boy? Give it a chance, and you can keep this. He's a good kid. You'll like him. But you gotta keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. You felt bad for Go. This definitely wasn't a normal way kids made friends. You knew that. What you say? What do you say? What do you say? Want to make a deal? Ran away. girl, we got y'all. We got hey, we gonna. Sorry, but we gonna take the bill. We gonna take the bill. You carefully plucked the bill from his outstretched hand, grinning at the thought of what you could do with that cash. For real. Yeah, we aren't even sure yet. The sky was the limit with this kind of money. The man smiled at you, his eyes crinkling at the sight as he did. Great, that's great. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbors today, but, well, I don't know where he's gotten off to. He left when he said that, but with the way his face looked at you, thought he actually wanted to cry. If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? He got a pink case. He had a pink case and glasses. You can't miss it. Sure thing. This definitely was another way of where kids made friends. You knew that, but you were still going to help. Yay! The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head. Paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away instead. Your moms are already checking around for me. That's a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go to look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might have come back. That's not what's important. I have to go. Thanks again, Carrington, so much. He jogged down the street without saying anything, without another word. So you decided to check the hills behind your house. Step 1. First sight. Oh, it was already gonna. Okay. The chipping of the crickets in the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hill, you could see the ocean. As you walked, you listened to the crash of the waves on the shore, and the seagulls gawking as they settled down for the night. Yeah. Sometimes you could also bet yourself you had seen the flash of a shiny mermaid's tail in the distance. You took in a deep breath. You wanted to try to relax and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you that you weren't alone, so you glanced around. Oh my god, it's a mermaid. Don't you like kind of like a mermaid? There was a boy sitting at the top of the hill, completely hidden within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead of himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him for a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you found a deer in the wild. Ooh, my bad. Though deers didn't have sad frowns, but this new boy did. You wonder what could have upset him. After a few more seconds, he took a step forward, then another. Then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light of the moon. You stopped and raised a hand to acknowledge him and show him you weren't scared. Are you lost? With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balled into a fist at his side. You didn't say anything, just stared at you in a strange way. He's been crying. There was traces of tears on his cheeks and his knees soaked with the hem of his shorts. His eyes were still shutting. With a few more, you obviously caught him off guard. His pink case seemed to glow in the twilight. Like, though, when he got you staring at it, he hid his arms behind his back. Something man earlier had stuck out to you. Oh, His eyes widened. He studied you. How did you know that? You touched the money in your pocket, feeling it crinkle beneath your fingertips. Lucky guess? No, wait, tell the truth. Okay, your dad told me who you were. So this is your hill? He gestured with his uninjured arm to the patch of the grass surrounding you, his face falling at the prospect. I can leave it if it is. While doing this, you also picked a string of the length of your leg. What a weird question to ask someone. Oh, he sat back down with a thump, resting his chin on his knees again. Curious about the strange new boy with the odd dad, you sat on the patch of the grass next to him. The pure white flowers that covered this hill rocked back and forth gently as the stars wrinkled above. The way that they dotted the sky made them seem like flowers too. The wind night was cool as it traveled over the sea and up the mountain, chasing away the heat from this afternoon sun. Why are you? Yeah, let's not get too deep in. Like, we just met the guy. He's probably scared of us. Heck, I'll be scared of me too. A quiet hiccup escaped Cole as soon as you asked the question. Almost like they never stopped. His tears started up again with a vengeance. My parents, they don't want to live together with me anymore. The tears fell fast and heavy over his flushed cheeks, sticking in his dark lashes. My mom made my dad leave and took me with him, and now we have a house here, and I want to go home. The outburst took you off guard, but the time he was done wailing, Cole's chest was heavy with exhaustion. He sniffled and removed his glasses, wiping off his eyes with the back of his hand before he put them back on. I hate this place. I want my real life back. I want my mom. He slipped his hands underneath his glasses and pressed his fingers against his eyelids. Cole wound himself up again for another long crying fit. Sunset Bird was a nice place to live. It had a beach, playgrounds, and a good school, at least you thought so. But from way off in the distance, you heard your parents. Carrington! Cove! Oh, he already said it. Kids, where did you go? Cove looked at you, tears still clinging to his cheek. Don't tell them we're here. I don't want to go back to the house. I don't want to go home. It'll be okay. You're shocked by the sudden need to reassure Cove. It's not gonna be all fun, but isn't he your family too? Yeah, I get. You really need him. You saw him a grin and pushed yourself to your feet. Suddenly, slowly, Cole stood up with you, still looking a little reluctant. His dad's voice rang out again. Cole, can you hear me? He looked towards the sound of his dad's voice silently, then turned away, rubbing his not bandaged arm. I still don't want to go. Are you sure you have to stay outside the whole night and sleep on the wet grass? Before Cole could say anything else, you heard his dad voice again, even closer than before. There you are, bud. Three of your parents appeared over the curve of the hill. Instantly, all their eyes landed on you, and they rushed over. Both of your moms were at the side in a split second, faces filled with worry. Carrington, you're here after all. Been at the park to check her cove, and then heard. We've been at the park to check her cove, and then we heard what happened earlier. That's gone off far other way. We're okay. I'm good. Thank God you're both fine. Were you having fun out here? With the red coat who was wiggling against his dad tight and pushing out at his arms. Notice Fowling. Oh, that's wonderful. Straightforward. Fowling gave his screaming and coves that turned to the three of you. Thanks very much for finding me. I really don't know this neighborhood. Good thing Carrington knows this whole area so well. Absolutely, we should get going home now. It's been a long day for us all. Say goodbye, Cove. Don't like that, Cove. You'll fall for me soon. You'll fall for me soon. The two of you walked into the darkness, heading towards the neighborhood. You watch Cove's bright pink case until it disappears. Tell you what, we have a proper play date tomorrow, okay? Your new friends that wanted to bring him by to see you and listen. How does that sound? Sure. Then okay. Both of your moms laughed in the sound overlapping to one familiar chorus. Mom, you put her arms around your shoulders and led you towards the path. Satisfied, no more than a little ready to go to bed after your long, exciting day, you followed them home. This is how you feel towards Cole for this step. It can change in life. I'm kind of direct. Crush. Let's just say, I'm kind of nervous around boys though. But that direct with the crush is like, ooh, hey, I got this. I got this, babe. I got this. This is kind of me. Let's go, yo. Let's go for this. The next morning, you finish your breakfast so fast that you nearly puked it back up again. Your sister Lizzie had ran out earlier to play, and you stayed put. Today, just like your mom had promised, Cole was coming over to hang out. Excited to see your new friend again, Carrington? See, if we're going to get married, it makes sense to be around each other. Isn't that just the sweetest thing? I bet the two of them are going to be great playmates. With that said, are you done with your breakfast? Good job. He should be here soon. Clean up and begin. And then, cute. There was a knock. It was hesitant, like the person wasn't sure that they were in the right place. Still loud though. We need to get a more obvious doorbell. I know. Carrington, can you get it? You practically leaped out your chair on the door. Hi, Kim's family. Thanks for having us. Mr. Holden, as your mom had called him, and his son was there. Cove looked different in the bright light of your living room, and when he wasn't crying. With his dad standing in front of him, Mom and Mommy behind you, you and Cove looked at each other. Pleased to see the interesting new boy again, you smiled at Cove. Cove returned it shyly. You twisted the huh? Is there something special? Yeah. Mom, go. We're going to go play in my room. Your guest blinked and didn't protest. Okay. Let us know if you need anything. You two have fun, kids. See you. See you later. Something nice. You let him to your room. Just fit out your chest a little bit at the sight of your treasures. There are lots of animals and cool bed and window to look out. It was really nice. You hadn't had anyone to show it to in a while, but you were really proud of it. You leaned a little closer to one of your drawings on your wall. I like this. I drew that. Yeah, wasn't I? Cool. You smiled at him. You were proud of that particular art piece, and you were glad he noticed it. He turned to look around the room a little more, studying the books on their desk and the pictures on the wall. Yeah, it was nice to have someone new to play with. Then his eye landed on the tiny box of beach things you collected, tucked away by your door. He took a step toward her, staring at it and said, "What's that?" "A hoard of stuff I found on the beach. Do you have any driftwood in there?" Dragging the box into the middle of the room, you and Cove plopped down next to it. "I do. Look." There's a two at a piece at the bottom, still covered with specks of sand. "This is a good collection." You got the sense from the tone of his voice that he wasn't just saying it to be nice or to be like Shino. He actually meant it. I forgot about Shino. Shilom. I'll not say his name. Okay, whoever that person is. Shilom. His friends and my older sister was supposed to hang out here with this afternoon. Do I have to see him? You don't have to do anything, but he's going to be here. Anyways, I found this gigantic cell here, stuck to a bigger rock. You pulled out the seashell after seashell, explaining where you got in each one and holding them up against the light. There were big ones, small ones, pink, purple, and orange. Most of them you washed off in the bath of the sink and you brought them home, clean with sand. Yeah. Apparently fascinated either by the story could listen with what like a full force of his attention. Got when you almost got pushed by a hermit crab while searching for shells after watching them like into the ocean, you found another empty shell that had also a twin to his home. The new experience to be the center of the info. Oh, I need to drink something. Ooh, this is a lot of reading. Ooh, blah, blah. For some reason, it was making your cheeks feel warm. You had never felt like this around anyone before. It's kind of weird. Kids, come down to the living room. You could tell the idea of was making him unhappy, but Mom wasn't giving you much of a chance to hang around. Go hadn't been like this since meeting you. You guess it was because he thinks you have found each other by accident. That's not a parent. Not that a parent made it happen. Mr. Holden must be right after that, telling Cove his dad was a part of that would be a bad idea. Before you know it, you both been escorted downstairs and the the disposition in the living room, ready for Sean's visit. The two of you sat down by the side of the floor of your home entryway. I bought the box of shells. I wanted to keep looking at them. I will. You weren't sure if you could trust someone with your treasures yet, so you stayed with him while he opened the lid and peered inside. Cove reached in and pulled out a big orange shell. Oh, like he hadn't spoken out aloud yet. He turned to you and held it up and up, his eyes shining. I think this is one is the best of them all. You can take it. Couple drinks, guys. Yeah, what's the other thing? Sure, if you like it a lot, right? But I don't want to take it from you. It's okay. You got the impression he wasn't hesitant to say something because he didn't know you very well. No, it's okay for you. So against Cove's chest, willing him to receive the present, shook his head and kept his arm slightly at his side. It was a battle you couldn't win, at least not today. Cove was your neighbor now. Maybe you could give it to him another time. The two of you were still sitting on the floor looking through your collection of the beach findings where the doorbell finally rang. Cove jumped startled by the sound. Since the person had it knocked, he figured it was probably Chanel. He knew where to look for that. Lizzie's friend? You nodded, but that didn't seem to make Cole feel better. It was already obvious that Cole didn't hide his feelings well. You could tell that he was thinking right away, this isn't a good idea. It's just Sean. Where would you even go? He's at our only door. If you go upstairs, you'll find him. Cove glanced around the room and his eyes widened and then finally paused with this glaze locked on the back of the house. I can go through the window. He already walking towards it. Scrambling to think of something to say, step forward, then pause. Please, yeah. I'm worried. What if something happens? The distance from the first living room with the fire, but you could tell it made Cove nervous when he touched the case of his arm. The wind had clearly released from his sails. I don't want to break any more bones. I don't think anyone wants to. Yeah, but I don't want to see him. I don't know him. You come, yeah. I get it. This isn't the best way to ever meet. Sean, sorry. He looked at the head of his living room. It was impossible for sure he would heard that you've been saying over and not, but you guessed that he had. Hi, Carrington. And hi, Cole. Cole caught you an easy glance. Hi. I'm Sean. Nice to meet you. Yeah. You have a lot of freckles. Right. I see. This is. I don't know how to feel about this. What are you guys doing? We're looking at shells. Awesome. Can I do it too? Struggling to look back at your stuff in each. What about this one? The plans for the afternoon, at least as far as you were able to sit and look at the beach things some more. We weren't really in the mood to do much of anything else, especially if Cole wasn't having fun. This is a Scoplo shell I found last week. I kept it because it looks neat. It's pretty cool, but pretty color, kind of like my cat's. A beautiful shimmering pink didn't look a little bit like the warmth wrapped around his arm. Pink is a nice color. Okay. Is it your favorite? Not really. What is it? Maybe green or blue. It might be yellow. Oh, those are all cool. I can't. Bruh, he's just not even trying. Man is not even putting effort. I like those clear. Awesome. Both of them smiled. Like usual, it didn't take long for Shoes to get fidgety. This was his favorite. Without her around, Shoes didn't seem to know what to do with himself. And Cole wasn't like your sister. He wasn't that much like you either. Is Lizzie coming back? I don't know. Where did she go? I think she's at the beach. Is she her park? Cove at the mission of a park, and you look towards you. There's a park? Yep, but it's old. Can you show me? I want to go. He started to get up before you had even answered, and Shu jumped up beside him in excitement. What you do? You too? Right, Kent? Work is fun. It's right at the say Joel Gym and a bunch of swings. Hey, so antisocial. Man, so antisocial. A drift between any directions. So turns. Okay. He perked up, and both boys wanted to go. It was only fair. And getting permission from your mom, the three of you were ready to go head out. It was a short walk to the park. Lizzie had convinced your parents that it was so short. She could always be allowed to walk there by herself. When you found her, she was swinging on the jungle swing, swinging back and forth. Hey, Lizzie. Her face lit up, and when she saw her eyes, big brown eyes go wide. Carrington Shillong. Hi. She dropped to the ground and landed with a soft thud in the sand. In a split second, Shillong had abandoned you two, scrambling over to stand by her. You used to be left out. You're used to being left out when it was just three of you, but now Cove was here. It was like to have someone who stuck with you. Who's that? It's Cove. He's new. Hi. I remember. Hi, Cove. Welcome to my park. Nobody here ever comes. This is where we get together. She gestured widely with her arms as if she presented the whole area to the newcomer. While Lizzie continued talking, you took the chance to kick off your shoes and wiggle your toes through the warm sand. Nice, huh? In this neighborhood, I'm the one who comes up with the ideas. You are? Yeah, I am. Who else would handle the job? Lizzie is the oldest. By a lot. My mom said you're Carrington's age. Yeah. Thought so. I'm still the only one in the group with double digits. What about the other kids? There aren't any. We're the only kids here, and Sheila is just visiting from another place. Not even tourists really bring their kids here. This is the land of ancients. Be careful. The oldies don't try to steal your youth. Where's it? Bruh, my freaking reading is slowing down so bad. For a second, it looked like he might cry again. Something in his eyes shifted and looked back at Lizzie. What kind of old people? Like moms and dads or grandparents? Grandparents who don't even have kids. They hate kids. Why? We haven't done anything. So, he ejected quickly, hoping Cove wouldn't start crying again. He snuffed his head forward, creasing with worry. Lizzie was standing down Cove, but Cove wasn't even looking at her anymore. He didn't seem to care that she was there. He went into his own head. Shuv was next to one to speak, completely unaware of the situation. I met Lizzie and Carrington in school. You'll see tons of kids there once summer is over. I don't want to go to a new school. I don't want summer to end to the dirt. He hasn't had much luck for starting up a conversation with Cole. I like summer vacations a lot too. All the building tension in the air suddenly vanished when Lizzie laughed. At some discomfort at how weird she thought Cove was. At something else entirely. Really know she laughed, face screaming. Welcome to Sunset Bird Cove. Take a seat, put up your feet, and get used to it. You You offer him a small smile, and that at least looked to assure him some. The rest of the summer, Cove was always there. You saw him more than Shula, and some days when she was in a bad mood or busy, you even saw him more than Lizzie. He became this staple of your everyday life, this way the sun and lunch and the beach were. Looking back at the years later, you wouldn't realize that you had a tiny crush on him right away. One that made you want to spend as much time with him as you did. Of course, that was only the start of things. Oh boy. Alright. How long have we been? Ooh. Okay, so I'm guessing shopping, going up a long day. I'm guessing it's already been an hour. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna probably do. Here's what we're gonna do. So I must probably. We only be able to do one of these today, either two or one of these today. So maybe tomorrow we're gonna do long days, sand castles, and fireflies, or probably next tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So we're gonna at least try, or maybe if we can't do shop grow up as well, then we'll probably do it. We'll do these for tomorrow. I promise. Just turns out that if this stream worked out. So let's just get this over with. Come back before it gets dark, alright, sport? The familiar voices drift across the street, and you drew your attention away from the snail you've been watching inches slowly across it. Cave waited in front of his dad, pushing his green hair off his face from where the breeze was blowing at it over with his glasses. He looked to be paying an amount of attention as he was being handed a few slips of green paper. It reminded you of you when you first met Mr. Holland, although he's probably not paying Cove to be friends with him. So, Cove was asking to fill your gaze somehow. Maybe you had a noise, because a second later his eyes were on you. He waved you over with a smile. He looked happy to see you, but you still felt a little weird for getting caught. Learn how to be more sneaky. You brushed your hands together to free them from the sand, then jogged over to the to join smiling at Cole first and then his dad. In return, Cole shook his feet in place as you got closer. Carrington, hi. Good to see you again. With excitement, what excitement are you up to today, Carrington? Stuff. I found a really cool snail across the road. He was slimy with funny eyes, a nice shell. Mr. Holland grinned at your enthusiasm. After you finished answering the question, Mr. Holland's attention turned to Cole, who worked with folding the bills in his tiny rectangle to the mining table. Sounds fun, you know. Cole was about to hit the stars by the beach. Why don't you go with him? You can. Oh, he said, yeah, you can come. Period. Let's go. You immediately grinned at the end. I had been sure if he would see Cole yet, and now he was inviting you somewhere. This day couldn't get much better. Great. I'm sure you guys will have loads of fun. Mr. Holland reached into his pocket and pulled out a leather wallet filled with money. He found it odd since your mom had only seemed to have cards and theirs. Here. He leaned into the path of a grip's tin to Cole, giving him a wink and a whisper. Your friend, too? Sure. That's my boy. Cole's dad ruffled his son's hair as he went straighting back the bill and his head out towards the green. Take care. First of all, what type of parents would allow their kids to go into a city by themselves? Go accepted the bill after a second and slipping into his pockets. Then, with one last nod to his dad, he turned and started to walk. He followed after him, intrigued by the possibilities this outing might bring. Cove stared towards the gentle tile creeping up on the sand, and you fell into the place beside him. It was a nice day. The sun was shining. There weren't many clouds in the sky, though the wind coming off the ocean kept it from being too hot. You took in a deep breath, enjoying the scent of the salt in the ocean air. When you looked at Cove, he was dragging his feet through the sand a little, and you slowed down to wait for him. His eyes researched the ground intently. Cole started at the sound of your voice and mumbled a sort of. If you see any, can you let me know? You could imagine that. You could manage that. You dropped your feet to the sand, walking carefully so you didn't step on any. You were good at finding shells. You had a lot of them at home. You always found new ones whenever you visit the beach. The comfort sound of the waves filled the silence with pleasant white noise. You played a little game with yourself as you walked along, getting closer to the water as possible without getting wet. It is thought that you should have to run up the sand quickly when a wave rushed in more than a few times. Although Cave threw a few glances your way, he didn't say a word. I need a new sand pile. Yeah. What happened to your old one? Cove lowered his eyes, but stinging to think deeply for a second. It disappeared. What? Really? Cove ducked his head out, placing his finger behind his back. It didn't seem like he was going to continue, so you know his arm. How did that happen? Well, Cove opened his mouth, then shut again, considering. I took it to the beach one day. Uh-huh. And when I got home, it wasn't anywhere. You left it there? Nope, it wasn't at the beach when I got back. Then you lost it. It disappeared. What about you? What do you do out here? Last summer, Lizzie and I built one that was tall as me. Sometimes the sandcastles building competitions down by the boardwalk. Cool, I bet you could win. It's not that cool. Maybe the two of you could build one together one day. Once you reached the shopping area, the noise grew comically. No longer were just waves and steps, but the chatter of people enjoying this lonely summer day, a call of birds trying to find bits of food left behind, and lots of salespeople trying to get attention. You sniffed the air as you walked beside Cove. You could still smell the ocean, but there were other scents now too. Pizza, pretzels, hot donuts. It was nice. I love that smell. Oh, the energy surrounding the area seemed to fill you. There was a bounce in the steps as you began looking at the familiar sights. There were many things to do. You didn't know where to begin. You looked at Cove, hoping he was just as excited as you were. Cove glanced from the side of the truck to with a look in his eyes you didn't quite work out. What's that? Cove pointed to a large crowd of people gathering a few tables with large, colorful umbrellas blooming through their middles. You couldn't see past those who were blocking the way, but you knew that there must be something worth seeing. Without any other word, the two of you hurried over to see what all the commotion was about. Feast your eyes on the amazing Alexander. In the middle of the crowd, there was a man with a tall hat and a funny green coat that had 3 long tails. And there was a little table next to him with a cloth hanging over it. that reads, "The Amazing Alexander" glittered in golden script. Why, why tell the people his names if it's already on the sign? Cove hummed with understanding, then turned to walk away just as the Alexander began shuffling his deck of cards. "I see now," back to the man. Then Grizzly lifted his arm up of his sides before returning them to place. "He may not be impressed, but at least he didn't ditch you." You grinned and waited for him to follow you as you raced back to the stand in the crowd. With that, it began. The magic man pulled out one of the cards out of the deck, showing it to the curious onlookers. It was a 4 diamonds. Watch closely. You did, squeezing through a few of the doors onlookers to get a better view. Suddenly, the man stopped the finger and the card just disappeared. Oh! Alexander had learned who had earned his title, turned his head and looked directly at you, placing out for a kind smile. "What's this behind your ear?" "This has to be going somewhere, and you need to find out." He smelled like popcorn and candy when he stepped closer. It was great. You felt a tug, then when he pulled the 4 diamonds from behind your ear. What? You knew it couldn't really have come from your ear, but you still didn't get how he done it. The great applause from the crowd, and the man gave a deep bow. "This is for you." The magician plucked a pair of balloons from the clump of them tied down to his table. Both were in shape of the dolphin instead of being a normal circle. One for your friend too. Thank you for being my assistant." Wow. Now you were really grateful he chose you. Yeah. After that, he went to someone else in the crowd. Put the card in the card. "My uncle does every time he visits. Not balloons, the stuff with the cards." Cove poked mainly while reaching over to take the dolphin that had been designed for him. Yeah, if so, he was lucky. The whole crowd started to clear. Some in you noticed the side. There was a whole racket of slightly colored perceptos on the display. The heck? Yeah. You could look at the toys I kept thinking that they could be interesting to look at, but you didn't really feel in the mood at the moment. Picked up the custom and looked through with the cue at the end. After taking his head back on the rack, moving to the other side of the stall. He went on under them carefully at his own floating dolphin. You joined. Yeah. He turned to smile, happy to hear it. He moved towards some stalls nearby. You followed beside him. While Cove looked at the sand piles, you were drawn to a table with full, colorful tree plant keychains laid out on it. They were sold into the shape of sea creatures, and there were some plaid that read "handmade," standing proudly in front of the front. There were lots of types. You saw a dolphin, a shark, a crab, a turtle. Dolphin, of course. You stopped at the only dolphins that I saw you familiar to your balloon animal. It was made of a bright material that caught the sunlight when you picked it. Will must be seen a part of the dolphin swimming out in the distance at the beach, jumping out of the water, splashing as they dive back in again. That was a great day. Your instinct and more. Checking the price through your heart fell. Checking price through your heart fell $6. You didn't know about money, but you had it. There was a lot to spend on one thing. You really had more than $5 billed to your name. So that changed the day you met Cove and his dad. You still had the $20 bill Mr. gave to you. It was a grand of money. You couldn't spend something that was you could spend something that was at home instead of in your pocket. Maybe you will have to ask your mom to bring you here again one day. Now that you knew that what you wanted. Is that what you want? Huh? Oh, it's $6. I did money. It's fine. The kid from your hand. What's that? He was holding a small yam. It's cool. You should get it. You decide to play the key in the room. It was like for you too. You have to remember to thank. So after Cove paid the side, your balloon dolphin knocking spiraling around the. You watch Cove up to his new pal to his face, examine thoroughly. Hey Cole. Yeah? Thanks for say thank you. This is like a date. You're welcome. Cove looked forward down the street with different food carts that were lined up. He rested his non-cast arm over his stomach and just as he did first breakfast. After all this wandering around, you were definitely ready for lunch. Yeah, you two wander a short while looking at all the delicate that bro, I don't know that word. Whatever. I don't care. Available. Oh my god. Dolls. The snow cone cream pieces. You both freeze on prep. Cove got something sweet and yeah, nothing thing. The lips hungry at the door over. Ready to take a big bite. Your mouth don't like you to eat too much sugar, but this is a special occasion. Look like it's delicious on. These balloons we're going to get to eat. You open your mouth to agree before he did hit you. I'm tired. Um, After carefully placing your parcel somewhere it didn't get sandy, the balloon, unplugged the balloon doll out of Cole's hand and tied it to the delicate bow. Tied it to the bow around his string. His arm up and down in place, testing the balloon rustled around, considering attached transaction. There, never mind. He repeated the usual close struggle somewhat with the cast restricting his fingers in one hand and his already tangled in another one. to make you feel strange happy and look at him and got it. Admiring your handiwork, candy, your handiwork. Wow, easy munching your pretzels. You bit into the doughy treat, savoring the taste of your on your tongue with a smile. And you looked over the ocean. What in the world? I'm so confused. They will let their kids alone in a place like this. Every time you finish your pretzel, you're done before cold, and it was boring not having things to do. Bruh, he turns to face the beach. It looked like it's swimming in waves that like a little dolphin. A laugh came from your side. When you get back at Cove, he had remained left the remaining part of his pretzel wrapper, and then he gripped his dolphin too. He has a weird crown made of seaweed. All his friends are merfolk. Every now and then he makes friends with a kid that let them ride on his back. You sighed, wishing you could meet a real dolphin like Merryweather. What's yours? The question, placing the balloon against the table. It's a loud pop. The balloon floated in. Oh no! First, I was getting like you. His cheeks puffed up, and you saw the tears glisten. Don't cry. It's passing here over to go. It was the same color, except that anyways. Here, you can have this one. A streak. No, I want to take yours from you. Then we're sharing. It's your turn to hold it. Really? Yeah, it's okay. The balloon does it probably to make sure that this one together. Think seeing him like that felt much better than keeping that from yourself. Passing the cove was the last major event of your adventure. See, let's be nice. This is amazing. Oh, child. Oh my god. In the end, the two of you headed back to that late afternoon. You separate on the beach while Cove went straight home with his brand new sand pile in hand. You decided to sit for a while. You watched the waves in the sunset, fiddling with your new keychain. Another Sunday was drawn to a close. It had been great going around with Cove. You hope to do it again, but next time you wish something would happen to make him cry. Aww. Yay! Wasn't that so cute? Oh. DLC costs money though. Dang it. Okay, this is the last one, guys. We're almost done. Let's all breathe. Woo. Ooh. On a swithering summer day, you were in your living room with Cove. This is the sound of the birds chattering outside the window while you lay across the rug on the floor. Cove said how popped him off later, and your moms had left the two of you alone with Lizzie to play amongst yourselves. It would been too hot to go outside in the afternoon, at least according to Mommy. So your sister started to get impatient, waiting for her to go class that evening. The three of you had trouble finding something to do with the beach and the ground. Even like your fuzzy toy animals. Then suddenly a light came to Lizzie's big brown eyes, and her smile spread wide across her face. Having an idea gave her a new wave of energy. Since we're stuck inside, we should be adults. They don't play outdoor. They play outdoors. Anyways, they're always inside anyway. What they're busy to play. Why? I said why. What do they do that don't? Like the phone a lot. That's including small huff. Lizzie decides to ignore Cole. Karen, what do you think? What do you want to? Yeah, I'm going with Cole. Come on, neither of you have a single idea all day. You tell that Lizzie wasn't about to give in anytime soon. Fine. With her victory against Cove lifted her belt, Lizzie turned to you and Tim. Okay. I hope this is as fun as your opponent. It's the most exciting I have known. Satisfied the either to belt on her, Lizzie over her options while you watch. After a few hands together and being apparently have been settled on something without asking their aid. Okay, I'm going to be a professional golfer. Canton, you and Kofi, a team volleyball player, or a gymnast, or a tennis player. Why can't we pick anything else? Anything we want? Because I have an idea. That's why. And we have to play as adults. Yep. But there's other kinds of sports too. It's the same. Is it the same? What do you think, Canton? Don't those choices sound super good? Nope. Come on, just excited. Just decide already. Knowing Lizzie wouldn't let this go anytime soon, you sighed. Go first with Lizzie's attitude, though he didn't bother to talking more about it for now. Thought over the list of possibilities: team volleyball and tennis. All of them you prefer to play. Ooh. It's a gymnast, yeah. You couldn't spend the afternoon doing cartwheels and things in the backyard. Then you might as well practice them inside. There would be much space as there were outside, but you could still try. Yes, that was clearly the top option. I want to be a gymnast. Alright. How about you, Cove? I'll be a gymnast with Cove! You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have, Cove. I mean, yeah. Period. Okay, I see you, Cole. I got you. There, making a noise sound. You guys can't be the same thing. That's not how it works. You didn't say that. The rule was picking one from the list. You can't keep adding more. Good to you. Liz looked at you, then shook her head, resigning to losing the battle but not the war. Fine, you're both gymnasts and you're on the same team, but there's only one thing. Lizzie pointing to Bob and she's proudly stretched her arms wide. The Optimist only meant whatever that is. Olympics team. What? We're Olympic athletes who played the Olympics. Cove didn't seem that all impressed with the announcement he made at team. He made a team and just set the glasses on his face. That really specific. That makes it fun anyways. Lizzie marched back and forth in front of both of them, getting lost in her own imagination. I want all the gold medals that people are calling me the next Mickey, right? Right. Who's that? Who's that? See, same thing. Me too, Cole. Like, who the heck is that? It doesn't matter if you know who she is. It's a golf thing. You guys won medals. Your team placed at silver. It's more real if we're not off place. You feel your arms crossing your during the me neither. You nodded at Cole, happy that he had your back. Lots of people lose at the Olympics, then the breaks. Then you're the one who did, not me. Looks down, taken back by Cole's equation. Their equation that soon as through the thought of her losing was completely absurd. No way, it wouldn't make sense. I'm already practicing my golf game. She took a golf stance in her, making her point, pretending to swing her club, and hit an invisible ball. What kind of house do you want to live in? Cole hadn't changed his mind about winning, but thinking that we were where he would live as an adult appealed to him, appealing because he looked back at it with some type of anger fading. I'm going to live on the beach. Lizzie made a face at him, not poking out her tongue. That's kind of boring. We already have that. No, not like the normal houses here with the streets. A street on it, right on the sand by the water, just like that. All the attention was back. You even have to choose where you would want to live. That's not very fun or smart, Cole. You live on and shells, but I want to, and I will. Narrow his eyes at Lily, even though she should have a head taller than him. Oh, he didn't get the things from this time. So I'm thinking that why are we even playing pretend if we can't even imagine anything? Oh, calm down. Jeez, well, I'm going to live in a mansion far away from here, far away from you, on an indoor pool and a place to practice my award-winning golfing. How come you were yelling about mine when your idea is even more impossible? Oh! Lizzie's face flushed red, her eyes balling to fist at her side. Cole's just freaking roasting her so bad right now. It is impossible, and it's better than yours. Disagreement always seemed to cope up when the two of them were together. You always felt like you were stuck in the middle. For real. When it came to the topic at first, this time you thought. Yeah, at this point, you didn't agree with their bickering. Instead, dreamt up your own dream house. You weren't going to share your ideas with them either. You already knew it was a good idea. You can swim whenever you want if you live on the beach. You can still swim anytime we want from where we live now. Being a little closer doesn't mean anything. Says you. The two of them squat at each other. You're being unreasonable. I don't get what you want. This game doesn't make any sense. It does. You have to be realistic. I said that. Well, you're not. You have no idea what to do with them. Make them stop at this point. It seemed like the two of them would just keep working each other up as long as they could. Nothing you said so far kept them from being mad. Thankfully, like a greeting card angel, Mom walked into the room. Lizzie was at hers, hanging onto the hem of her shirt, poking out her tongue at Cole. Lizzie, Carrington, it's time to go. It's time to get ready to go. Sorry, you have to leave already, Cole. Their mom said she'll walk you home so you don't be left in the cold. Cole was glaring at Lizzie, his face flushed red with anger. I can go by myself, but bye, Carrington. There was still a harsh edge of belief farewell, but you know it wasn't you he was mad at. Without giving Mom a realistic chance to stop, and Cole stood up and stalked out the living room, shoulders drawn tight. Okay. Mom was worried and turned to look down at you and Lizzie. You two were playing nice with your new friend, weren't you? No, Lizzie and Cove kept yelling at each other. They wouldn't stop fighting about everything. Looking between Ash mom put both for their Elizabeth. I told you to be nice to him. He's having a hard time right now. Lizzie's mouth shut back up, replaced by a tiny frown. I know I tried, but he was no buts. We both know you can show someone a great time when you put your mind to it. We're going to go apologize to Cole and his dad over the phone when he gets home from work tonight. Lizzie hung her head, dragging a foot across the ground in front of her. Okay, Mom. Good girl. You caught pieces of Lizzie sulking herself about how it was his fault too, but ill owed. All right, we better I'll move on. With kids, Noel and Lynn, where did you leave the car keys? Mom hustled you all out the door. You noticed during the car ride to Gulf practice that Lizzie was quieter than. She was usually the first one to request which music to listen to in the car, but she didn't say a thing. Your parents thought that she was in a little bit bothered. They gave her space. Mom just asked you what you would like to listen to. Yeah. You were happy to see it brought her right away, and she started singing along with you. Then her bamboos was a thing of the past. When it was over, you spent the twilight hours watching Lizzie hit things that with other girls her age. You didn't know how much about soccer, but you could tell that she really liked it. So you sat with your mom and tried to pull it out. It was nice sitting outside after being cooped up in the house all day. You stretched out your legs to let the last few minutes of sun warm your skin. When your mom was finally out of the sight, dripping behind the horizon, you all got ready to leave. Instead of going straight home, your mom took the family out to dinner. You went to a restaurant you had been going to ever since you could remember. The whole afternoon had been a bunch of shouting you hadn't been able to stop, but you could tell that all this helped Lizzie be less angry. The car ride home was quiet, with only the radio providing escape from silence. Lizzie had been in a better spirits now, but the closer you got to your neighborhood, the more she wiggled in her seat and frowned at the wind. You know what was coming when you all got back home. Clearly she was dreading it. Soon enough, Mom was turning onto the street, then reversing into the driveway. Once she cut the engine, it was dead silent. No one spoke, only unbuckled their seatbelts and opened the doors. Lizzie was the last one. Once everybody was inside and done taking, she popped her hands on her hips. Now then, Mr. Colvin's in his driveway, so he should be back from work. That's good news, isn't it, Elizabeth? You and Cove can carry out the day's gone. Done. Elizabeth did complain or pull a fight. Her head ducked as she didn't have to meet anyone's eyes. She nodded once. Good, let's move to to the kitchen. Mom went over to the house phone, the rest of you following behind. Mom put a gentle hand on Liz's shoulders as they walked side by side. You watched them from the back. This was only happening because you told on Lizzie. Being a little tattletale didn't feel good, but you didn't want someone else to everything you did. Still, your mom had asked directly, you wanted to be a liar and even less. The four of you stood around the kitchen in a lopsided square. All eyes were on Lizzie, who kept her gaze on her feet. You remember the number for Cove's house, don't you, honey? Liz jerked her head in another nod, sulking. Without father prompting, she stepped forward and she began to dial. Mom reached out and pressed a button on the base. Suddenly, you could hear the phone ringing. She turned on the speaker. The finger ran a couple of times and stopped. Mr. Holland's one voice came to the other side. Even Holland's residence? Lizzie looked over at her mom, unsure. She nodded encouragingly. Hi, Mr. Holden. It's Lizzie. Can I talk to Cole? Lizzie can? Well, I'm surprised, but of course you can. Say hi to me. You sounded cheerful as usual. They definitely meant it when he said he was surprised. You thought hard, and you were sure that your sister had been called us before. Ma spoke up. Mr. Holland or Riz could say anything more. Her arms were crossed over her chest and her lips. Hi, Cliff Nolan. Cliff Nolan. And I are here too. Good evening. We're sorry to bother you so late. Hiya, Mr. Holden. The gang's all here, huh? Is something the matter? Is this girl a little concerned? Mom was quickly to reassure her. No, well, yes, but it's going to be okay. Liz and Cove got into a bit of a fight today. We're hoping that the two of them could talk and make it up. Is that a good time? Is it the time for you, Cove? A fight? Cove didn't tell me anything about that when I came home. It doesn't explain the funk he's been tonight. He chuckled slightly despite that did seem like he really thought it was funny. Anyways, it's good. You didn't catch us at a bad time. I'll go grab him for you. There was some shuffling on the other end. He must have not gone far because you could still hear him calling out. Cole, there's someone on the phone for you. After a bit of silence, there was more talking from Cole's dad. Come on, bud. Lizzie called just so she could talk to you. Carrington's on the other end listening too. Don't you want to say hi? Bounced back and forth so the conversation seemed one-sided. She couldn't hear Cove properly. Eventually, Cove took the phone from his dad. Hello? You open your mouth only for a moment to catch your eyes to shake her head softly. You found and did say, hi, it's Lizzie. Yeah, I know, Dad told me. Was defensive. Liz turned to Mom. One on the turn looked from her to return. I just say I'm sorry for not playing nice with you today. I won't do it again. Eyes were downcast, her voice low. You could that she felt uncomfortable apologizing to Cove in front of everyone. She was being genuine about feeling bad. Cove must have relaxed that too, because he slightly was like, me and Kate should get gold. Gold too. That's right, kids kept denying you two had what you deserved. Nothing son silenced by the demand. And probably forgot that it had even happened already. Alright, you all win the gold. Okay, I guess I'm sorry too. This is a release wash over everyone as his acceptance of the apology. While Mom's shoulders risen. Lizzie's arm raised up. You wonder if she thought that he could refuse her apology. Dad, can get off the phone now? You couldn't see him. But also said Cole felt awkward about the situation. He had come off uncomfortable the entire time, really. Yeah, you can go back to your room if you want, but be sure to say goodbye first, though. Bye, Lizzie. Bye. Bye, Carrington. You pretty by genuinely smile, even if he couldn't see. Bye, Cole. With that, Cole must have handed the phone to his dad and left since someone spoke up. All well that ends well, as they say. Thanks for arranging this. I'm sure he appreciates it. As Lizzie tugged on Mom to catch her. Can I go now too? Sure, sweetie. Thank you very much for apologizing to Cole. A flash of relief smile at Lizzie and not at her rage. Whew. Given permission to leave, Lizzie scowled off towards the stairs. She seemed to be feeling much better with the accident behind her. Mom and Mommy returned to the phone, taking it off the speaker. They continued to talk to Mr. Holden. You couldn't tell what that was about. You were glad that was the end of it. You were glad that was the end of it all. Lizzie and Cove might have not got along. Probably still won't, but they weren't mad at each other anymore. Mom and Mommy weren't upset either. Everything was finally back to normal. With that, we retreated to your own room with a spring in your step. With a spring in your step. Woo! It's finally all the people. Okay, say. Yes. Alright. Alright, so. Whew, stretch. Alright. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, this whatever this was. I don't know, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think. Bye.